Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. So today I'll be talking about the legislative framework. It is the continuation of the report of Miss Jamaica Tumulin. So by the way, I am the Protein B Hugnak Pambesad 2B. So to start, the laws of governing Philippine education. The Philippine educational system is governed by a set of legal provisions that ensure quality education for all citizens. So, the Philippine educational system, it is governed by a set of laws to ensure the quality education for all. So to start, it will start with the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 14, which it lays down the foundation of the Philippine education system and protects the rights of all citizens to quality education at all levels. So, this law ensures that all citizens have the right to quality education. It's like a promise from the government to provide good education to everyone. So, example for this is the public schools that the government have given to provide free education to all children. So, here are key provisions from the constitutions. That first, the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education and make it accessible to everyone. So, by the government, it promotes the lives of the people by giving the citizen a quality education and accessible to everyone. The state shall establish, maintain, and support a complete, adequate, and integrated system education relevant to the needs of the people. So, the government surely establish a complete, adequate, and integrated system that is relevant to the needs of the people. So next is the elementary education is compulsory for all children of school ages. So we all know that we cannot proceed to the secondary education and we do not finish our elementary education. So all children must take elementary education. Lastly is the educational institution must include the study of the Constitution in their curricula and foster values such as patriotism, nationalism, and respect for human rights. Next law is the Batas Pambansa Bilang 232, the Education Act of 1982. It provides for the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education, both formal and non-formal. So when we say formal education, it is structured in school just like colleges and universities. When you say non-formal, it is the training programs just like the TESDA, technical vocational programs. So the technical vocational programs, it is occur outside the traditional school. It can be in the barangays or the centers. So this law addresses various aspects of education, including the rights of students, school personnel, administrators, and school. So notably, in Section 9, rights of students in school, that students ensure rights within educational institution, like they have the rights to give their opinion in school. And in Section 10, the rights of all school personnel protects the rights of teachers, staff, and other personnel. So example for this is the teacher has the right to a fair salary. Next is the RA 7836 or Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. So this act strengthens the regulation and supervision of the practice of teaching and prescribing a licensure exam for teachers as per the purposes. So we all know that when we become a teachers, we need to pass a licensure exam for us to be able to teach. So this law makes sure that teachers are qualified and licensed to teach. It's like a quality control measures to ensure that teachers are competent. So for example, a teacher needs to pass a licensure exam to prove that they are qualified to teach. So those not professional teacher or those teacher that it is in the process of knowing the result in their exams. Some teachers go to private school. Next is the RA 10533 Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. So this law, it stipulates that the state shall create a functional basic education system that will develop productive, and government recognize the need to hire more professionals from different fields to serve as teachers, especially in grade 11 and grade 12. So this law improves the basic education system by adding 2 more years to high school, the K-12. It aims to produce more productive and skilled graduates. So according to them, they add 2 years in high school for the student to be able to be ready in college. So a student who completes K-12 education has better job opportunities and is more prepared for college or vocational training. So we all know that if we finish just at least the K-12, we will be able to find jobs that suits at our level. Next is the RA 4670, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. This law promote and improve the social and economic status of public school teachers from Section 5 to 14. So Section 5, tenure of office. Section 6, recruitment and qualifications. Section 7, code of professional conduct. Section 8, safeguards and disciplinary procedures. Section 9, administrative charges. Section 10, no discrimination in assignments. Section 11, merit teachers' rights. Section 12, academic freedom. Section 13, teaching hours and workload. Section 14, additional compensation for overload. So why? It is because this law protects the rights and improves the working conditions of public school teachers. It is like a Bill of Rights for teachers. So for example, a public school teacher has the right to a fair salary, benefits, and safe working environment. So we all know that being a teacher, we need a safe working environment. So proceed. The Higher Education Act of 1994. It created the Commission on Higher Education, which is the CHED, which is independent from separate DECS. So we all know that the CHED supports public schools. So this law created a Commission on Higher Education which oversees college and universities. It ensures that higher education institution meet certain standards. The example for this is a college or university needs to meet CHED standard to be accredited and recognized. So we need, if you all see the news about this one particular school in Butuan, the Holy Child ata yun na school, they credited the nursing program without even meeting the standards of the CHED. So next is the Technical Education and Skills Development Act of 1994, or TESDA. Also known as the TESDA, created the technical education and skill development, providing for its powers, structures, and for other purposes. So the TESDA, this is a example of the non-formal education that regulates technical and vocational education. It provides training program for skills development. So example, if a person can enroll in a TESDA program to learn a trade or skill such as welding or cooking. So next is the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, or RA 9155. So the important provision of this act is the renaming of the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports to Department of Education, or DepEd. So the Governance Basic Education, this law renamed the DECS to DepEd. It streamlines the education system and focuses on basic education. So the DepEd is responsible for implementing education policies and programs for elementary and high school students. So the DepEd is just only applicable for the elementary and the high school, while in college or the higher education, it is the CHED. So next is the Kindergarten Act of 2012, or RA 10157. It provides equal opportunities for all children to accessible, mandatory, and compulsory kindergarten education offered to all 5-year-old Filipino children to sufficiently prepare them for grade 1. So we all know that the kindergarten is so mandated for the children, so for them to learn how to write and read and count. This law makes kindergarten education compulsory and free for all 5-year-old children. It prepares them for grade 1 and ensures that they have a strong foundation. That's all for the laws. So now let's proceed to the rules of Congress in Philippine education. So the Philippine educational system is tri-focalized into basic, technical, vocational, and higher education. The system is managed by 3 government agencies by level of education. First is the DepEd. DepEd, or the Department of Education for Basic Education. The DepEd sets the standard and implements standards tests for public schools through K-12. So we all know that the DepEd is applicable only for the elementary and the high school. So the DepEd, it is responsible for the quality education for the so the DepEd is responsible for the quality education for the students for the public schools. Next is the CHED, or the Commission on Higher Education for Higher Education. The CHED oversees higher education institutions such as colleges and university. So just like what I've said kanina na, the CHED powers the colleges and universities. Lastly is the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or the TESDA. The TESDA regulates the technical and vocational education and training, or TVET programs. So in TESDA, you will develop your skills, which you can receive certificates for jobs. So that's all, and thank you po. So if you have any questions or clarifications, just ask. Thank you.